There are times where we feel like we are in a relationship with our husbands or with our spouses, sorry, and in that relationship we feel like love is no longer there. We feel emotionally away, detached. We feel emotionally detached from our spouses, and we feel lonely in our marriages. We feel very lonely in our relationships, and most of the time this is caused by lack of communication, is caused by unresolved hurt, and especially lack of communication. When there is no communication in marriages, when somebody hurt you and you do not talk about it, when there's lack of communication in marriages, it brings that emotional detachment. When there is silence in our marriages, when we don't communicate, there is a problem and we are not addressing it, it brings detachment and it brings loneliness in that marriage. And when loneliness comes in a marriage, you will sit there and start asking questions like, God, why do I feel like this? God, why are you silent in my marriage? Why do I feel lonely in this marriage? Why do I feel as if I am alone in this marriage? And the mistake most of us do is that when we see that our spouses have changed, we see that our husbands or wives have changed, we start pointing them out. We start saying, oh, this man, why have you changed? Why are you no longer behaving the way you used to behave? Why, mbona siku hizi umbadilika? Mbona siku hizi ufanye vile unafanya, you see? And that's the wrong approach, because whenever we see that our spouses have changed, and whenever we see that something has happened in our marriage, we need to come back, we need to sit, ask ourselves questions. What brought this change? You need to ask yourself this. What brought this change in my wife? What brought this change in my husband? Why my husband is not used to behave like this? Why is he behaving like this nowadays? Why is my wife behaving like this nowadays? And that's the question that you're supposed to be asking. You're not supposed to be saying, oh, my husband has changed. Oh. Alafu the thing, shida ya wamama enye tuko nayo ni kuwa when something is happening in your marriage, you go spread it out. Unaenda kuongelea huko nje, oh, my husband is ABCD, my husband is doing this and this and that, which is wrong. You're communicating to the wrong person. You're giving out the information to the wrong person. You know, this lack of communication, in as much as ndio hii saizi in this era you're supposed to work, you're supposed to chip in with 1, 2, 3 things, but work and kids should not be the reason why there is no communication in marriage. Work and kids and bills should not be the reason, because we are supposed to create one day in a week, one day in a month, where we're just going to sit as couples and talk, and we're going not to go talking about bills, not talking about anything else, but we're supposed to sit down and talk about our marriage, our lives, what has been bothering us. Kila mtu afungue roho yake, kila mtu aseme chenye kinamsumbua katika marriage, kila mtu aseme chenye what is bothering him or her. Unaona, maybe you hurt me or I hurt you in a marriage, so we're supposed to sit and talk and to discuss. Kila mtu wewe sema yako, mimi nasema yangu, tunakutania hapo, tunasema, kila mtu anasema shida yake. Communication, we communicate, and in that communication we are pulling back together, tunakuja tena, unaona. Because when you don't communicate, we are pulling each other away. Tunatokana. Me, if I have a problem, I will address you and I will talk about it with you. So you're supposed to address these issues about lack of communication. Usiku wakati mmekutana nyote, okay, mmetoka kazi, shughuli zenyu mmetoka shughuli zenyu za kazi, mmekutania kwa nyumba, lese mmekutania saa moja, mmefanya shughuli zenyu. Wakati mnaingia kwenye bedroom, when you got into your bedroom, that bedroom, you're supposed to keep your phone away. Simu ndakana ukae nje, isikae kwenye bedroom. Hakuna kuangalia TV kwenye bedroom. Ni nyinyi wawili, that's the time we talk. Mmekuwa busy, you've had a busy schedule the entire day. You meet in that place, you talk. Now so you start building communication. You start taking, hey babe, ABCD babe, like this, unaona. Even. You speak deep, yani mnafungua mioyo yenu and you talk. And so if you don't talk, love inaanza kufade. Mnaingia kwa bedroom na simu zenyu, mnaingia kwa bedroom na badala mtu anashika kitabu anaanza kusoma kwa bedroom. Mnafika kwa bedroom na mtu anataka kuangalia mpira kwa bedroom. Ama mtu anaingia kwa bedroom peke yake anamwacha mwenzake akiwa amelala, anamwacha mwenzake akiwa na watch TV ama na watch soap opera. Mtu anaingia kwa bedroom saa 8, mtaongea saa ngapi? When will you talk? Kila mtu amekuwa na busy time. Ukikuja ni mtoto kukula food nini, unaacha mwenzako anaenda kulala mapema. What of you? Feelings come and go. Feelings come and go. But I want to ask you this question. Before I ask this question, and I want to talk about this, and I want you to, if you can answer me the comment section, well and good. If you can inbox me the answers, then well and good. But we're talking about when love fades in a marriage. When love fades in a marriage, feelings do change. Love fades in a marriage, and that's the thing we're going to talk about the next time, the next episode. When love fades, when feelings fade, because feelings change. When love fades, feelings come and go. What then sustains a marriage? What then sustains a marriage? Yes, you're okay, you have solved the issue of communication, you have solved those issues, but still love is not there. Love is not there. Love fades, love changes, people change. What then sustains a marriage? That's my question, which we're going to talk about in the next episode. What then sustains a marriage? You've seen a couple ambao wanasema we have been together for 40 years. Another couple inakwambia we've been together for 70 years. Wengine 10, wengine 5, by the grace of God. What then? What has sustained these people that they have been together for this long? That is a question that we're going to talk about in the next episode. This is Whispers of Grace. I am Naomi. See you in the next episode. We are going to talk about when love fades. When love fades, what sustains a marriage? When love fades, what then sustains a marriage? Thank you. See you in the next episode. This is Whispers of Grace.